Imagine waking up one morning and realizing your money is no longer money. Your salary is the same, your bank balance looks normal, but prices have doubled, then tripled, and suddenly paper money stops protecting you. This has happened before, many times, in many countries. And every time it happens, one truth becomes clear. When systems fail, value doesn't disappear. It moves. Today, we're not talking about fear. We're talking about history. And history shows us 7 assets that continue to hold value even when economies collapse. What is an economic collapse? An economic collapse doesn't mean everything stops overnight. It usually looks like this. Currency loses value. Inflation rises fast. Savings shrink. Jobs feel less secure. Trust in institutions fall. The key problem is trust. Money works only because people trust it. When that trust breaks, paper loses power. But value doesn't vanish. It just finds safer places. Let's talk about those places. Asset 1. Food. The first asset that always holds value is food. Why? Because people can stop buying phones, they can stop traveling, they can delay everything, but they cannot stop eating. In every collapse, food becomes expensive, food becomes scarce, food becomes valuable. During hyperinflation, food often becomes a currency itself. Rice, wheat, cooking oil, these things trade directly for labor, services, and goods. Food doesn't depend on banks, it doesn't depend on governments. It depends on human survival. That's why food is always valuable. Asset 2. Land and real estate. Paper money can be printed. Land cannot. Land has value for 3 reasons. You can live on it, you can grow food on it, someone else will always need it. Even if prices fall short-term, land rarely becomes worthless. In collapses, currency crashes, but land stays. Ownership of real space matters when systems fail. That's why landowners usually survive collapses better than savers. Asset 3. Precious metals, gold and silver. Gold is not valuable because it's shiny. It's valuable because it's limited, it's durable, it's globally trusted. For thousands of years, gold has survived empires, wars, currency failures. When people stop trusting paper, they return to something physical and scarce. Gold doesn't grow fast. Silver doesn't get printed. That's why during collapse, people move to metals, not for growth, but for preservation. Asset 4. Energy. Nothing works without energy. Transportation, food production, industry, daily life, energy assets always matter. Oil, gas, electricity, fuel, they don't disappear during collapse. In fact, they become more powerful because everything depends on them. When money loses value, energy becomes a form of control. Whoever controls energy controls stability. Asset 5. Skills. This is the most underrated asset. Skills cannot be inflated away. If you can fix things, build things, teach, treat, code, repair, you have value everywhere. During collapse, degrees matter less. Practical skills matter more. A person with useful skills can trade, earn, adapt. Skills move with you. They survive borders, systems, and currencies. This is human capital, and it never goes to zero. Asset 6. Community and trust. During collapse, people don't survive alone. They survive in groups. Strong communities mean shared resources, information, protection, support. Trust becomes more valuable than money. People help people they know. Trade happens between trusted circles. Isolation is expensive. Connection is wealth. This asset doesn't show up on balance sheets, but it determines survival. Asset 7. Time and low dependence. The final asset is not something you buy. It's something you build. Low debt, low fixed expenses, flexibility. When collapse hits, high leverage breaks first. High pressure breaks first. People with margin have time to adapt, time to wait, time to choose, and time is power. What fails during collapse? Let's be clear. The assets that usually fail are pure paper claims, over-leveraged investments, things dependent on constant growth. Collapse punishes fragility. It rewards usefulness, scarcity, independence. Final thought. Every economic collapse teaches the same lesson. Wealth is not numbers. Wealth is resilience. Money is a tool, but tools break. Assets that survive collapse are not magical. They're practical. They feed people, they shelter people, they power life. They move with you. The question is not, how much do I have? The question is, how fragile is what I have? Because collapse doesn't erase wealth. It reveals what was real all along.